Alexei Navalny, one of Putin's main and most active opponents, dies strangely at the age of 47 in prison in Siberia. Russian opposition figure Alexei Navalny died strangely on Friday, February 16th, in a Siberian prison, the Yamalo-Nenets prison service in Russia's Arctic region, where he was serving his sentence, said. The Federal Penitentiary Service said in a statement that Navalny lost consciousness during the walk and fell ill. According to the Russian news agency TASS, the hospital that attended him tried to revive him for 30 minutes, without success. Navalny's wife, Yulia Navalnaya, said she didn't fully believe her husband's death and said, "We can't trust Putin and his government. They always lie. But if this is true, I want Putin, his entire entourage, Putin's friends, his government to know that they will be held accountable for what they have done to our country, to my family, to my husband. And that day will come very soon," said Navalny's widow. The opponent who died in prison, aged 47, was a former lawyer who became known for making accusations of corruption against Russian President Vladimir Putin's government. He presented himself as a liberal politician and Putin's main opponent. In 2010, he led a movement against Putin that brought thousands of people onto the streets of the country. Navalny became known on social media for speaking of Putin with debauchery and irony. 6 years later, he announced his presidential candidacy. However, Russia's Central Electoral Commission informed him that he could not run due to a court conviction. At the time, Navalny was the subject of several investigations. He was convicted of 2 crimes in Russia. The first was for embezzlement from a state-owned timber company. The European Court of Human Rights ruled in 2016 that the case was conducted arbitrarily. In the second case, he and his brother Oleg were accused of defrauding the Russian subsidiary of the French cosmetics company, Yves Roche, out of 26 million rubles, around 1.46 million. In 2018, following the ban on Navalny's candidacy, thousands of people protested across Russia against the election in which the current president, Vladimir Putin, was elected for the 4th time. The demonstration, called a voters' strike, was called by Navalny. Russia loses a son who wanted to do a lot for the country. Rest in peace, Alexei Navalny.